will talk about cryptocurrencies, and I will introduce one indicator, which is relative strength index, which is commonly known as RSI indicator. So what is this RSI? Is like it is a indicator which will help you to identify whether this is there any strength in this particular instrument. Like suppose, for example, if you apply this indicator on Bitcoin, RSI indicator, I'll show you how to apply and what it does it mean, and like what does it states. So we'll have some practical experience as well. So this indicator will show you the strength of the particular Bitcoin or like particular altcoin, or as well as any instruments which is trading in the financial market. So this indicator will help you to identify either this particular stock or particular cryptocurrencies is overbought or oversold. So there are some parameters, or like there are some count which helps you. Like suppose, like if the RSI count is like 70, then it is called as like oversold, and if it is like around like 35 to 30, it means like it is undervalued, or it is undervalued. So, and if it's something is undervalued, people will start identifying that, and that's how the buyer will come into the picture. So because anyone who, and because most of the time the buyer would like to buy those things which are undervalued, so that they can gain some value over the period of time. So these indicators will apply on the Bitcoin as well as the other cryptocurrencies, and we will see how does it work and how does it help to identify us what is the strength of the particular Bitcoin or altcoin. So this is we'll try something new today. So stay tuned and let's get started, and let's discuss the weekly analysis for the cryptocurrencies. So guys, let's get started. Okay, I'm already on investing.com, and let's see for the top cryptocurrencies, or like how they performed in the last 7 days. So again, USD coin, Tether, Binance USD, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance coin. So I would talk about like not all of them. So we'll try to understand the price level of Bitcoin, uh, and we'll see Ethereum as well as Binance coin. So we'll try to understand their important price levels, and we'll try to learn something different with the help of RSI today. So let's talk about like Bitcoin. Okay, BTC. I'm already on BTC. So if you see, we are still on the. It is still going down. Like the 30,000 was the important level for the Bitcoin. It was more important point, the level of $30,000 USD, but now it is currently trading at 29,820. So still it is struggling to sustain this level. So let's see. This is the daily basis analysis, and I already okay. So I still see the downside. It could go till it may go till 25,000, or sorry, 26,000 or something, because this is a little difficult because the volumes are also high on the lower side. And let's see if the week, what does the week says. It is the same, like we have the important support at 30,000, sorry, $29,414 as a important support on a weekly basis. And if you see continuously, this is the third week the volumes for getting the sell off is little more. And if we see, try to find, understand like on the 4 hours chart, where does it stand, the important price level, and if try to understand whether there is a pattern which could be, which could help us to understand the price levels. So yeah, as like we see, it is still taking some support at $29,350. And if you see, there is a triangle pattern which is being, which can be identified as a triangle pattern. uh, yeah. So this is something rejections which we see, rejections when I say resistance. What is important for me, I would think about, like, or if someone is trying to think about buying, they have to think whether this is coming out of this triangle or not, whether this breach, whether it is coming, uh, whether it is getting over the previous rejections or previous resistance. So you will anyone will say, like, okay, why can't we buy it like at 29,000, at 700? So why should we wait till 32,000? Because there is no clear indications. Like, if you see the previous price action, it is getting rejections as it is getting rejection as per this triangle pattern. So unless until this triangle breaks, it is difficult, or like it will be little difficult for Bitcoin to survive, or to have some positive price or positive returns. And what is the lower side for me? Lower side is important level is like 29,390.95 somewhere. And if this breaks, then it will be really difficult for Bitcoin to, we can see around like, it could go lower than this, as like, if you see, yeah. So important, the upper side, wait and watch till how it performed till 32,700. Because why? It may, there will be buyer at this point, but again, if there are more sellers here, then it is like, for long term purpose, it is not, it should get out of this triangle, out of this resistance. And also we see here it is a support which is broken. And this time, if you buy it from here, it may go till maximum 32,800. It could, it is a probability, and not, again, we can't predict anything. So it could go more than that, or it could go more, or it could go less. So we just trying to identify the patterns here. So, and let's see if there is any RSI, as like I said, relative strength index. Let's try and update. Uh, let's try the indicators. So we'll go to the indicators now. Here you will see a lot of indicators. These are the indicators which will help you to identify whether we should get into the trade or not, or like whether we should buy, or like it will help to identify some, it will indicate you some sort of signal or signs. So we'll say RSI, for example, like we'll go slowly, different I mean, like different types of indicators, and let's see how it is. So yeah, so you would plot RSI like this, and it is. I would suggest there are a lot of different methodologies to interpret this, but I would say it is mostly it is followed for the length as a 14th, and same as chart and close source. So this should just, when you apply this, try to check what is the length of this RSI. So normally it has been followed 14th. And if you still have any questions like why 14, or like how, why, what, just write me comments and I'll be happy to answer them. So for now, let's see. Uh, Okay, so anything which is at the current level, if you see, this is somewhere here, which is like 35 to 34. I mean, like, if you see the current level, if you see 34 at the, if you see here numbers are getting changed. So it will help you to identify what is the number currently. So it is around 34.85 or 34.11. So what is assumed, anything which is, if you see these lines, like the upper side and the lower side, so lower side is somewhere around, if it goes below uh, 30, or like around 30, it is called as undervalued, or like undervalued for this particular instrument. And if it is going beyond 70, then it is said overvalued. So the strength is like over strength. And if it is like 30, around 30, it is says undervalued strength, or like undervalued. So if you see in previously, this was it reached around 93. That was really high, or really uh, overbought kind of scenario. But if you see, previously in May 20, 20th May 2021, it was around 23, and then we see some momentum of like green signs. So if you see, there were some buyers at this place. So we have to know or understand whether it will take reverse from here, or whether it will keep on going down, if whether it will goes down or it will take upward. So if someone is buying, I would recommend to stay just for long term. If you guys are planning, I would recommend, again it is all up to your decision, I'm just sharing what I know. I would say wait and watch till it reaches to 30th, or uh, RSI as a 30 or not. So it may reach 30 or it may not reach. So but I would recommend at least like not to buy as of now, because it is really under the downside or like under the selling side. So this is what RSI indicator, which we which will help us to identify what is the strength of the Bitcoin in this case. So anything which is crosses below 30, it or like around 30, it is says under RSI is at a undervalued, or like it is underbought zone. Or and if it is anything which is crosses above 70 or around, it is overbought zone for that particular instrument. So I hope you I it is clear. And if you still again have any questions, please write the comments inbox. So let's see the other one. We saw the Bitcoin, and let's try to understand the Ethereum. Ethereum. So this is the daily chart of Ethereum. So currently it is trading at 1733, down around like 4.5%. So yeah, the important support for Ethereum, it has already broke the important support. It is around near to the important support of uh, around 1725 is the important support. And if you see, this is the head and shoulder pattern, I would say. It looks like a head and shoulder. This is the shoulder and this is the head, and this is mm, one of the pattern which we will understand in a later phase. So let's see. This is the important support for me is like 1700 is the important support, and if it breaks, then the next support will be at around, it could come till around maybe 1400 or 20 something USD. So let's see about like weekly again, how does it looks like on a weekly chart. So yeah, it the levels remain the same, which is like important support at around 1730, and the next immediate support or the important support is 1470. The important support, when I say support, it is the support from where the market can go beyond. I mean, like market can, the trend can reverse, may reverse or may not reverse. So this is we'll check the RSI for Ethereum as well, but we'll see the 4 hours chart. How does it look like? So yeah, it is the recent. I mean, like it could be resistance around this level. So again, if someone want to buy, we have to wait and watch whether it will goes beyond this triangle pattern, whether it come out of this triangle pattern or not. Again, the logic remains same. If it may, you may buy here. It is, of course, it is your choice. Please consult your financial advisor, as well as like understand your own risk and returns uh, concept. So again, if I wanted to buy, or someone feel like to buy, they should wait whether it will break this pattern or not. Because what happens, it will, the price is lesser now, but again it may go up till here. And what if it goes below again? What it comes down from the, I mean, like what it what if it comes below the uh, from again coming back from the this triangle, like it will go till here and then it may come down. So we have to wait and watch whether it is coming out of the triangle or not. And let's see the RSI indicator on a daily basis at what RSI we have. So yeah, so as of now the RSI, if we see, it is under 34 and it is little downward sloping. So still, and the volumes are also high at the downside. So uh, we have to wait, and we have to wait for if there is anything positive news or anything positive trend for the cryptocurrencies as well as Bitcoin. So again, it is going downward direction towards. It may reach like around 30, or it may come back from here onwards. But as of now, if you see, this was the overbought zone as per it was around 82. That is the overbought zone for any currency or like any instrument. And then if you see, here was the yeah, it was 82. And from then, if you see, notice on 12th of May, it has started to little bit correction. So it has corrected here and still, and then it was under this zone. Again, the market was also under this zone particular. So this indicator will help you to understand uh, the strength of particular instrument. So it mostly I've seen in uh, stocks, and I'm trying to understand with the cryptocurrencies. But if you see, I feel like this can be one of the indicator which could help our direction what to buy or what to sell. So yeah, this is at currently trading at 39 as a RSI, 34 as a RSI. Let's see if there was any previous which was under undervalued or like that zone. So this was around 22, and then some, if you see, there was some buying happened uh, after this when it was below 30, or like when it was 25. So there was some buying happened. So and then it got corrected and corrected, and then that's how the strength was getting recovered. And when you see, it was around like 85 back then, 86, and there was again some sellings. If you see, there was a selling till here. So that's how this indicator will help you to understand the strength of the particular. So let's get started. Let's look the next one. We'll talk about like Binance Coin. So Binance Coin again, it is on the downward side. It is down around like 7%, 24 from last 24 hours. So it is on the same important support from where it uh, took this support from the last on 30th March 2021. So it is on the same level, which is like very important, which say 260, and this is the important support where you can think about if you want to buy or sell, because these are the important levels. For me, little crucial levels. And the next support, if it breaks, how long, like till the next immediate support is around like 220, around like 223, around 220, it could be the next support. And resistance, I would say, along, it would be little difficult to have the resistance of around like 330. So this could be the important support. So support will be like more better in this scenario, because you'll, if you are holding and if you are seeing that okay, I'm like how much losses we can bear, that will can help you instead of buying, or like if you're already holding them. So let's see on the weekly basis whether it has the same support or not. So yeah, it is on the same support at the weekly level as well, which is 260. And if you see about 4 hours chart, let's see if there is, try to understand whether there is a pattern or not. So mm, there was a resistance at around 335, and since then it couldn't reach there, and it is continuously uh, getting down. So what could be the next resistance for me? It will be little struggle for Binance coin to reach around like 230, sorry 300, and yeah, it could support around 260. So till then, just I would suggest, if you're buying it fresh, just wait and watch how much it could drop. Or if you feel like no, you wanted to buy, this is the best price, or I can afford, or I would suggest you recommend, like if you assume like if you wanted to buy up around like say 1,000 euros or 500 euros, break that buying into like number of steps. Like suppose assume like you have 1,000 euro and plan to buy at 1,000 euros of cryptocurrencies. So start buying, identify which current cryptocurrency you want, and try to buy first of like 100 euros or 200 euros, and then 300 euros, or like you just break that 1,000 euro into the small pieces, so that even if it doesn't go in your favor, you will have the lesser losses, or like your average price of buying, or like average price will be come to the little safer, or like that average price will be like little less compared to the what you, if you put the, assume like if you put 1,000 euros today at like 260, and then it goes around like 250, 230, or it could reach around 200. So plan your buying step by step, just that will help you to reduce the losses in this case. So that's what I feel, some important tips, or like important, you can follow this practices most of the time, you can think about it. And let's see about like about how do you, what do we see on the RSI level, if like a daily basis, if there is anything not financial. Okay, we'll go to the RSI here. RSI, and it is currently, I would say the RSI is at 32.64. Again, if it is below 30, then it is considered as an undervalued, and if it is above 70, then it is considered as a overbought zone. So think it is a zone from where you can identify whether you should buy or whether you should sell, or get worried about of what you are holding them. So these are the two lines, the lower line and the upper line. Lower line indicates the overbought zone, and undervalued, or like underbought zone, and this the above 70, or the upper level says it is overbought zone. So consider these as a zones. So if you see, back then it was around, okay, let me try to make a point here. So yeah, on 23rd May it was around 28, and then little buying was happened here. If you see, there was a buying, and then it never came beyond this zone of 30. So there would be little buyers sitting, or like maybe just waiting whether the RSI will go below 30 or not. So, and if you see, back then, uh, back then we'll try to backtest this. Back then in 12th March 2020, it reached to 19. So if you see, there was a downfall, or like there was a selling, and then some buyers were activated on this level because it was undervalued. You see, this was a at 20, and then there was some buying happen, and then that's how it went into the little upper levels. So if you see here, the buying started, and then like buy the dip, and like yeah, that was the scenario in the past. So I hope this RSI will help you to understand a little bit more of the price action. So yeah, that's all for the week now. Thanks, guys. So hope you guys have enjoyed the new indicator, like not new, means like first time I'm introducing to our channel, which is Relative Strength Index (RSI). So I hope that is clear, and we also checked previously how it performed or whether does it help to understand or some important price level or not. So we also, and I also suggest like just go through the previous where you see the underbought zone and try to understand whether there was a buying or not, and where was the overbought zone, whether, and identify whether there was a selling or not. So you can, of course, you can do your own research. That feel free, it is really helpful indicator. It's a basic, but it is really helpful, and market do uh, respect or do understand this indicator as a some of the buying or selling signs or like signals. So that's how the RSI, and I hope this important levels will help you in coming weeks or coming days, and try, and as like what we discussed in one of the article, like where JP Morgan again predicts, JP Morgan analyst predicts like could go to $25,000 or $26,000. So it is important to see and understand what we can do or what we can think accordingly. So again, if you're new to this channel and if you like this analysis, if you like this RSI, write me in a comment box if you want me to come up with a more signals or like more indicators which could be applicable to the cryptocurrencies. So it would be I would be happy to share with you guys. And that's all from this week. Thank you so much, and stay tuned to the channel and watch my videos. If you have any suggestion, write, share with your friends, with your colleagues, and let's get. That's all for the week, and thank you so much. Have a good day.